All right, well, on Tomers Trails this morning, have you ever signed a summit register? You don't see them much anymore on the 14ers, but they're still common on the 13ers. And in one mountain range, they're truly time capsules.
We had somebody from like July 23rd. Tony and Leanne, we got engaged.
It's a message in a bottle at 13,000 feet. You just never know what you're going to find on these summit scrolls, especially in the Gore Range. They're really time capsules, more proof that time is a vector, only moving forward.
And we were on a peak a few years ago back there where only like 3 people had signed it in like 20 years. And that was pretty cool too.
And one of the 3 names on that scroll was Jerry Roach. Today I'm climbing with John Kudrowski and Pterodactyl, both sporting their circus socks.
You can see Deluge Lake behind me. Terra right there coming up. But we're not far from the ridge here. There's John going up.
We're headed up 2 13ers in the Gore Range, where it sure feels like time stands still.
So here's the summit, and then this is all part of the Grand Traverse, as it's called, which goes all the way over. And we were on Keller last year.
We're standing on the summit of Grand Traverse Peak, which is part of the signature postcard view you see when skiing at Vail.
Look at that, an old glass Starbucks top on it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You can usually open these up.
Take your Michael Jackson gloves off.
It's just a bunch of old wadded up papers that date back 3 years.
So there are no 14ers in the Gore Range.
And that's the key to these time capsules. The majority of climbers hit the 14ers rather than come up here. But even this summit is just temporary for us, and it's time to move on. The traverse over to Mount Valhalla is exciting with a few sections of rock climbing.
Beautiful views in the Gore today. Fairly easy to get off this one now. So that's how we do it. Some beautiful high alpine lakes, and this range gets very few visitors. So we're having fun up here. We were at our apex for the day here.
And look who is.
What are you doing, sit-ups on the summit?
And get this, Valhalla sees even fewer visitors than Grand Traverse Peak.
Kevin Baker is in this, and also Scott McLaren. And so some of these names go all the way back to like 2009, 2010, 2011. It's pretty interesting.
And in the month of August alone, only 10 people, including us, have signed that register.
How many?
Only 10.
Only
in
10
the month of August.
We feel like explorers looking over this list, searching for friends that sat in this very spot 3 years ago and signed their name. You can't help but wonder how long the Gore Range can protect these time capsules. And in that moment, you almost feel like you've turned back time. It's really nostalgic in a sense when you look back at these and you think, gosh, this is where we were 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Here's where we are now. Where are we headed? Just kind of nostalgic.
Some of those mountains are over 100 years old.
Yeah. Just slightly.
Yeah.
Just slightly over 100 years old.
They go back a ways.
10 years ago, you probably didn't have the triple selfie.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like now we perfected the triple selfie. Where could we go next?
Oh my God.
Pterodactyl's great-great-grandparents, Bob and Madge Dactyl,
That's right. The Triceratops.
had all been up there. All right, thanks. Another great story for Tomers Trails. As we head forth on this Thursday